Okay, why? How are you, Tav? Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Well, okay. So it seems you hardly had time to enter the Zoom because of the internet.
Yes.
Okay. So now I will have
Yes.
here. The last time, do you still remember that we're having listening 10? And now let's introduce listening 11. Okay. Okay. Oh, where's teacher Ann here? Okay, it's here. Okay. So, we are going to talk now about prices. Okay. We are going to talk now about prices. Okay. You know what is prices?
Mm, is
Okay.
cost.
Yeah, the cost. We are done, right, with this? Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, I will just have a short review about this, that we are done with listening 10 and listening 11. So we have here some of the words we were able to answer, but actually it's listening 10 and we're not finished. So we move to listening 11 and then we are not also finish this one. So let us finish this one and after we will move to reading 11. Okay. So I guess you are done answering this one. Okay. So this, you are done, right? Okay. I remember
Yes.
you are done. Yes, you are done with this. Okay. How about this one? You're not done. Okay. In practice 2.2. Okay. In practice 2.2, I guess you are not done with this. Okay, I will try. Ah, yeah, you're done. Okay, sorry. This one. This one in practice 3.3 or the what's that is the activity that you're not yet done. 3.1. In 3.1 activity you're not done, so you will have to listen to people talking about prices in the US and the prices in their own country. Okay, maybe they're trying to compare which is expensive and which is cheaper. Okay, so you will have to check. You listen, you check, or teacher, you will tell to teacher what is the correct answer. Okay? Are you ready, Tom? Ready? Ready?
No. Yes.
Okay? Okay, very good.
Yes.
Please listen carefully.
1,
I could never buy a car at home because we pay a very high tax on.
Okay. Did you hear it? Did you hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Cars. Only rich people can really afford to buy a car at home. Here in the US, I drive a nice new car and I can easily afford it. You don't have to be rich to own a car, which is great.
2,
At home, it only costs about $200 a month to rent a nice apartment. That's what I used to pay for a 4-room apartment in a good neighborhood. Here in the US, I pay about twice that for a much smaller apartment, and it's not in a very nice neighborhood.
3,
I bought a lot of clothes in my country before I moved to the US because everyone told me how expensive American clothing is. I was kind of surprised that I could get nice clothes here for very reasonable prices. In fact, It costs me less for clothes here than it used to cost me at home.
4.
I come from a small country, and not a lot of people travel by plane because it costs more than most people can afford. But the U.S. is such a big country, and the population is large, so you have a lot of people traveling by plane. That's what keeps the prices down. That means I can afford to fly here, and I do it all the time. I couldn't do that at home.
5.
Most people send their children to private schools at home because the public schools are not very good. You have to pay a lot to do that, so it's a big expense for many people. Public schools are better here and cheaper than in my country. People don't have to spend a lot on tuition, so most people send their children to public schools.
6.
Here in the U.S., you need to have health insurance because it costs a lot to see a doctor or to enter a hospital. At home, you don't have to pay much to see a doctor or go to a hospital because most of the clinics and hospitals are run by the government.
Okay? Okay, Tab? Okay now?
Okay.
Okay, so let's check your
Okay.
answer. So we have here two options for cheaper in their country. Example, Vietnam. Cheaper in the US. Cars. Do you think cars is cheaper in US? Okay, yes. Rents. Do you think rents is cheaper in US? No, it's expensive, but it's cheaper in the other country. Probably in the Philippines or in Vietnam or in British, we don't know. Clothes. Okay, it's cheaper in US. Clothes in US is cheaper, but I don't know because some of the Asian countries like Thailand, like China, they have a cheaper clothes. Okay. Air travel. US again. So it is not quite expensive to travel in US. I don't know because US is very far. Tuition. Okay, US again. Okay, in US, there are lots of government schools that they don't need to pay tuition. No need to pay tuitions. Okay, hospital. Okay, it's in the other country. So US is quite expensive in terms of medical. When you are sick, it's quite expensive in US. But I guess in tuition fee, in school, tuition, do you understand what is tuition? Do you understand, Tab? You understand this word? Tuition. Do you understand this word? No. Do you understand this or no?
No.
Okay. Tuition is the money you will have to pay for your schools. Like you will go to schools, you will pay money for your study. Okay, so that is tuition. So in US, they are probably cheaper, not expensive because there are many government schools in US which is very nice, but they don't have tuition. No tuition. That's why they are cheaper. Okay, you understand, Tab? Wow, very good. Great job.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, next move to 3 point. Okay, in 3.2, you'll listen again. Are these statements true or false? Okay, are this statement, the one here, true or false? You will have to check true if it is true, if it is correct. And you will have to check false if you think that is false. It's not correct. Do you understand, Tab? You understand, teacher? Gets? You understand, teacher
Yes.
Ann? Okay. Start now. Ready? Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Please listen carefully. Okay.
1.
I could never buy a car at home because we pay a very high tax on cars. Only rich people can really afford to buy a car at home. Here in the US, I drive a nice new car and I can easily afford it. You don't have to be rich to own a car, which is great.
2.
At home, it only costs about $200 a month to rent a nice apartment. That's what I used to pay for a 4-room apartment in a good neighborhood. Here in the US, I pay about twice that for a much smaller apartment, and it's not in a very nice neighborhood.
3,
I bought a lot of clothes in my country before I moved to the US because everyone told me how expensive American clothing is. I was kind of surprised that I could get nice clothes here for very reasonable prices. In fact, it costs me less for clothes here than it used to cost me at home.
4,
I come from a small country, and not a lot of people travel by plane because it costs more than most people can afford. But the US is such a big country, and the population is large, so you have a lot of people traveling by plane. That's what keeps the prices down. That means I can afford to fly here, and I do it all the time. I couldn't do that at home.
5,
Most people send their children to private schools at home because the public schools are not very good. You have to pay a lot to do that, so it's a big expense for many people. Public schools are better here and cheaper than in my country. People don't have to spend a lot on tuition, so most people send their children to public schools.
6,
Here in the US, you need to have health insurance because it costs a lot to see a doctor or to enter a hospital. At home, you don't have to pay much to see a doctor or go to a hospital because most of the clinics and hospitals are run by the government.
Okay. Okay, Tab. So we have here, teacher
Okay.
will check. Okay, she doesn't own a car in US. Okay, it's false because actually it is true because in US, mostly all the people there, they are driving a car. It's an ordinary for them. I don't know in Vietnam or only in Vietnam, less people are driving a car. In the Philippines, also not all. They are using motorbike, not a car. Okay. How about in Vietnam? Are you using a car?
No.
Okay. What Tab?
I don't go to school by car.
Okay. So in US, most of the people there drive a car. They drive a car. So car in US, it's not expensive. It's only normal. Okay. 2, he live in a nicer neighborhood at home than the one he lives in now. True. Yes. She bought a lot of clothes before she moved to the US. True or false? True. Very good. Because clothes in US is quite expensive. Okay. She travels by plane a lot in US. True. Public school in his country are better than those in the US. Okay, false. Because US, the public schools in US are quite good. They don't need to pay because they are free. They don't have to pay anything because it's free. So they go to the public school, but it's a very nice one. Okay. Next, number 6. Hospitals and clinics are expensive in his country. Hospitals and clinics are expensive in his country. False. Okay. In US, hospitals are expensive. Again, in US, hospitals are expensive. They are very expensive. It's expensive. Okay. Next one. Okay. Look at this. Okay, so these are the tape script for all the listening tests. Let's move to reading. Okay, I will show you the reading now. Good job for this. Okay, reading 11. Okay, teacher will show you the reading 11 here. Okay, so we have here tab. We have here some interesting places and events. Okay, interesting places and events. So before that, okay, by the way, okay, what have you seen in the picture? What can you say in the picture? Or what can you say about it? You can say that what? You can say that what? What can you say about the picture tab? Please tell something about the picture. What is this? This one. What are they doing?
They travel.
Yeah, they travel. They talk.
They are traveling.
Yeah, they're traveling. And they took a photo or a pictures. Okay. So these are all of these places probably are interesting places. Now, do you know the meaning of the word interesting? Do you know this word interesting? Do you know this word
They are fun.
yeah. Do you know this word interesting? Do you know what is this? Do you know what is interesting?
It's fun.
Oh, it is fun. Interesting. It means fun. It's interesting. It's fun. Okay. Now, so when you go there, oh my God, Teacher Ann, I want to go to that place in Danang because it's interesting. Okay. By the way, Tom, somebody told me, one of QC in Pantado told me, a friend of mine told me that there is a beautiful place in Pongwak. It's one of the beautiful place in Vietnam. It's Pongwak. Okay. So it's one of the beautiful place in Vietnam. It's Pongwak. Okay. So they said, she sent me a video. I mean, she sent me a pictures of that. Oh my God, it's very beautiful. The beach, the water, it's beautiful. Looks like in the Philippines. We have like that in the Philippines. Yeah. Okay. So now here, okay. So now here, we are talking now. Let us talk together the interesting places. What are those interesting places, teacher? Okay. So now let us hear. Okay. But before that, I would like to introduce some of the words that we need to learn. First is achievement. Do you know the word achievement? Achievement. Do you know this word? I have an achievement when I was in my elementary.
No.
You know that? It's tantra. I don't know. I don't know how to read this in
No.
Vietnam. I don't know how to read this in Vietnam. Okay. Do you know the word achievements? So when you say achievement, it means you achieve something. You reach something. You become successful of something. Example, you become honor students. You get an award. That is an achievement. Do you understand? You understand, Tom?
Yes.
Okay. Next is suspension. Do you understand the word suspension? Do you understand this word? Do you understand this word? Suspension. What is that word? What's that word, Teacher Ann?
I don't know.
Okay. When you say suspension, you were suspended. Okay. What is suspended, teacher? This one. example, in the school, you were kicked out from school. Okay, example. Okay, just I will have example this. Example, you were having a fight with your classmates. You fight with your classmates. And the teacher caught you. Oh, what are you doing? The teacher said, why did you fight? Why are you fighting? Oh, and the teacher, sorry teacher, sorry teacher. Oh no, you need to go to the principal office, to the teacher, to the principal office. And the principal will going to talk to you. In the office, the principal said, oh, Tom, you were fighting with your classmates. You're fighting with your classmates. You will be suspended for 1 week. You cannot go to school unless your parents or you will say sorry and you will write a letter to me. Okay. So it means suspended. You cannot go to school for 1 week. That is suspension. Do you understand? You understand? Tab?
Yes.
Okay. You understand what is suspension?
Yes.
Okay. Next, how about wire? Do you understand this? Wire. Wire. Do you understand wire?
No, it's made of string.
Yeah, very good. It's made of string. It's made of string. Wire, this one is a wire. This one. This one shown by teacher. That's a wire. Okay. Cable. Do you know what is cable? What do you mean by cable? What is cable, Tom? What do you mean by cable? What is cable? Cable, it could be
It's
a
a
cable
string.
car. Yeah, a cable car. You know what is cable car? In Vietnam,
don't know.
there is cable car. In Vietnam, there is cable car. The one looks like a car that flow in the cable. Okay, it's just like it's just a wire, and then it will hang, and the car will like that. Okay, it's cable car. So in the Philippines, we also have cable, but our cable here, it could be two. It could be a cable when you can connect. It's just a big wire, a cable. Or it could be a cable connection to the TV. So we have here, you will put a cable here in your house. You will put a cable. It's like it's a round. You will put it at the top of your house in the roof. And then when you watch TV, you can watch everything. You can watch Vietnam, you can watch US, you can watch Chinese or anything or everything. You can watch in the cable. It's in the cable. You can watch it there because you have cable TV. That is what we call cable TV. That's cable car. Okay. Cable TV works because of the cable, because of the string. Okay? Next, lane. You know this
Okay.
word lane? You know this word lane?
It's the road.
What's
It's the road.
okay? Lane. It's just a lane. Next, unique. You know the word unique?
It's
What is unique?
a lot.
Again.
A lot.
What? A lot? Unique, it means special.
A lot.
Rare. No one else. That's special. That is unique. Okay, the teacher said, okay, Tom, I see your project. Oh, teacher, I see your project and it is unique. No one is doing it except you. You are very good because your project is unique. No one do it. You are the one who do it only in the classroom. Your project is unique. So it means special. Only one unique. Okay? Next, it's promote. What do you mean promote? It's the verb. What is promote? What do you mean by the word promote? What do you think is the word promote? Promote, it means? Okay, it's a verb. Example. Okay, you are working, your father, okay. What is the work of your dad? Tab, what is the work of your dad?
What?
A doctor, an engineer, what?
Is doctor.
Yeah, okay. Example, your father is a doctor, okay, a doctor. So your father is a doctor, and so your father is in the hospital, works in the hospital. But then one day, your father, okay, become famous, okay. So because a lot of patients, he treated a lot of patients and it becomes well, it becomes okay. And a lot of people say, thank you, doctor. Okay. So when the hospital knew about it, your father promoted as senior doctor. So it's not only doctor, but senior doctor. He is promoted. So it means promote, going up. From one teacher, from teacher 1, you will move to teacher 2. From doctor 1, you will move to doctor 2. Promoted, promote. Do you understand? You understand, Tab? You understand?
Yes.
Okay. Next is provide. You know the word provide. Do you know that word? What do you mean by the word provide, Teacher Anne? What is that? Provide, it means, what is it? I will provide, it's a verb. I will provide a food for Tab. Provide, it means, do you understand this word provide? I will provide a food for Tab. I will provide a food for Tab. Okay. Provide, it means, again. Eat. What else? Again, another.
Is at.
Okay. When I say provide, you will give. Okay. I will give or I will provide a food for Tab because Tab is hungry. Okay. I will provide food. I will give. Do you understand? You understand, Tab? You understand, teacher? Okay. Next is construction. Do you understand the word construction? What is construction? What is it?
Building.
Yeah, very good. Building a house. Okay. Next is resist. Resist. What? Oh, I will resist it. I don't like it, teacher. I will resist it. I don't like it. What do you mean by the word resist? It means?
I don't know.
Resist, Tab, it means you will say no. Okay, remember that. Always remember that. When you say, teacher, I resist the offer, I don't like, it means you don't like, you will say no. Okay? Okay, Tab?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So when you say, Teacher, I resist the offer to be a singer because I don't know how to sing and I am not good at it. I resist it. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hey. Next one. Okay. Let's move here. So we have here the Golden Gate. Okay. So I guess we read about this one. A short reading about this. Okay. For a while, I need to. Okay. You still remember that we read this and we are not finished? You remember about the Golden Gate Bridge? Okay. Do you still remember about the Golden Gate Bridge?
Mm,
Yeah. So we have here the Golden Gate Bridge rises above San Francisco. Okay. Look at this one. This is one of the most beautiful Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. As you can see. Okay. So we have here some of the words that we mentioned: achievements, suspensions, cables. We have here cubic yard, lanes, the lines, unique, resist, promoted, provide, and construction. So in this story, the Golden Gate Bridge, I still remember that we were able to talk about this. But after this, we are not yet done. Okay. So the Golden Teacher Anne will read it again, and I will have to I will read it again and then we will have to move to the next. This is the Golden Gate Bridge rises above San Francisco. It is one of the great engineering achievements in the 20th century. The Golden Gate is one of the longest and most beautiful bridges in the world. It is a suspension bridge over 1.7 miles long. The bridge spans the Golden Gate Strait at the entrance to San Francisco Bay. It connects Marin County to San Francisco in Northern California. A tower stands at each end of the bridge. The distance between the two towers is 4,200 feet. The total length of the bridge is 8,981 feet. Each of the tower is about 1,120 feet from one end of the bridge. The bridge contains 88,000 tons of steel. There are 160,000 miles of wire in the two cables. The bridge is made of 390,000 cubic yards of concrete. 1 cubic yard is 3 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 3 feet high. The floor of the bridge is about 200 feet above water and 90 feet wide. This allows for 6 lanes and sidewalks. The chief engineer of the project was Joseph B. Strauss. He is the best engineer. The towers were designed by an architect named Irving Morrow. Okay, that's the name of the architect. He also chose the unique rust-colored paint for the bridge. So it means the paint that is used in the bridge is unique. It's rust-colored. Okay, it means the color is it sustained rust. It means it will not be easily rusted. Golden Gate Bridge is designed to withstand very heavy tides. Oh, even though there is a heavy tides, at least, again, this kind of bridge can stand still. Okay, it will not break or it will not destroy. My God. The idea for the bridge was first promoted in 1916 by a California journalist. California citizens, especially in the Bay Area, soon recognized the value of the bridge like this. It would provide for better communications, were the state, business opportunities would be better. Construction began in 1933. Imagine that was quite how many years ago? During the Great Depression. It was completed 4 years later. So after 4 years, the bridge is done. The total cost was about $35 million. Imagine, building the bridges to provide thousands of jobs. Okay, this Golden Gate Bridge cost $35 million. Oh my God. So very expensive because of the structure. Okay. It has to be strong because it is in the ocean. It is considered as the longest and the most beautiful bridge in the world. Okay. So at least now we have idea what is Golden Gate Bridge. Okay. Okay, Tab?
Okay.
Okay. Now, next, okay, on Wednesday, we will have to continue about the structure on some of these exercises. We will be having here exercises, okay? After this, we will answer the questions about the Golden Gate Bridge. But of course, before that, Teacher Ann will tell you and do have a review on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we will continue about the Golden Gate Bridge, the very nice, the longest, and the most beautiful bridge in the world. Okay, Tab? Okay, Tab? Okay? So for
Okay.
now, Teacher Ann will end the lesson. And by the way, on Wednesday, we will have our class. And on Thursday, you remember, we will have a meeting on Thursday at 3 p.m. You remember that? Thursday, 3 p.m. makeup class. Okay? I will remind you on Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday, we will have class the same time, 5 p.m. Thursday, 3 p.m. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. For now, Teacher Ann will say goodbye. Bye-bye, Tab.
Goodbye.
Yes, thank you so much for today.